Good evening and welcome to another episode of the Coach's Box. Ray Halbrook here from Live Stream STL. Hope everybody's having a great Monday evening. Getting back into the swing of things for the first of the week here, and we are down not just one, but we are down two. Not one, but two. Two guys down. Are we going to be able to make it through this?
I don't know.
I think we'll be okay.
I don't know.
Chris is here, so he's going to definitely shoulder the load.
Right.
So
seems to be kind of the theme most nights anyway we do the show.
Hold the fort down.
Why would anything change?
That's probably why my back hurts.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Sorry.
So you're trying to say you carry us. Is that what you're trying to say?
I think you just said it.
No, I said you think that you're trying to.
You must be implying it, so it's got to be true,
That
right?
needs to be a Twitter poll question.
Does Chris Miller
Blair,
carry?
put it on the poll.
Oh, he's not here.
Twitter. Well, he doesn't know how to use Twitter anyway.
There's a lot of truth to that from what I'm hearing.
Just saying. It's all right. I don't run our social media stuff at school now either, so I'm just letting it go.
Chris Miller, how are you, sir?
I'm good. I'm here.
You here? What's going on today?
I mean,
It's a busy day.
It's been busy. Yeah.
Tell us all about it.
A lot of basketball going on lately. A lot of summertime.
It's June.
It's June. It's football contact camps coming up for a lot of schools, and you've got open gyms going for all the different sports. You've got summer ball playing right now, whether it's select or whether it's Legion. I mean, there's a lot going on right now. Plus, it's vacation time.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is vacation time.
For some kids, it'd be great if they'd show up at the gym or on the field. But hey, when you didn't get to do it last year, that's what's going to happen.
I think that has a lot to do with it. I
do
mean,
too.
I remember before we got out of school, they were talking about how all the car rentals places had already been booked, and that people were then going to U-Haul to rent trucks and vans and all that, just so they can go drive for vacation instead of using their own. Instead of using their own vehicle.
That doesn't make much sense.
Well, if you're going to drive, because people still don't feel comfortable flying, so they're going to
drive
go rent
your own car.
You don't want to put the miles on it.
Oh gosh, that's what it's there for.
I'm not going to disagree with you. I'm just saying that's
pay money to drive someone else's car, pay the same monthly payment I'm making on my car.
Yeah,
that's pretty stupid. Makes about as much sense as a screen door on a submarine.
Screen door in a battleship, right?
There you go. I'm telling you. Unless you got that seal stuff that one dude, it's a little John boat swimming around there.
Yeah.
What is that? Flex
Flex
seal.
seal.
Yeah,
Flex
seal
seal,
stuff.
yeah.
So, got a lot of good stuff going with summer. It's definitely different than last year. People were playing games now, and we've had a lot of games being played, and Hillsborough League's open for boys and girls. Kingston League's going on. They got the JV League down in St. Paul.
I think Central had a shootout. They're probably going to have a JV one. I think they'll probably have their varsity one here in a couple weeks. It seems like they always run one either late May or June.
Last Saturday, Lutheran South hosted their shootout, next level. Those guys do a great job up there. I know I'm repping their shirt. We're going to be hosting one in a couple weeks, so there's my little shameless plug. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you got to
they've been running those girls shootouts, probably about 5-6 years, and they have just a buttload of teams coming in there. A lot of games being played. I know they put in some time, long days, and it's just part of it. And again, they didn't get to do it last year. So a lot of kids itching to do it, but we do have a lot of kids who aren't there for whatever reason.
Yeah,
so
whether it's work or whether it's, I don't know, they got to get level up or whatever it is.
Don't they do that at night?
I don't know. All 24/7, I guess.
That's true.
I don't know.
Hey,
but
you can do what you got to do.
I tell you, I think I saw, and I don't know, and this maybe you could enlighten us now, but I think I saw some college recruiters out at some open gym, or not open gym, but at the league last week, and so maybe that's something as well. I don't know if there's new rules or whatnot that's been in place, but it's kind of neat to see. I mean, whether it's AAU or select, but getting to see kind of the recruiting process start to take shape for, the class of what's going to be 22 here.
Gosh, it's already 22.
I know.
Jeez.
I know.
Next year's going to be my 20-year reunion.
Ooh.
Yeah, but you're older.
It's been there, done that.
Sorry.
You know? Yeah.
I'm just coming to this realization that I'm getting older. That's every time I go to the doctor, they just tell me all this stuff's wrong.
Here, take this pill or do this.
Here, take this. Oh, you do that. It's like, what? Why don't you just shut up? Stop it. Don't talk to me.
Here's some fiber.
Yeah. And, that's what I tell the kids. I'm like, look, you're going to be old someday, and you're not going to get a chance to do this. This is like the best time of your life. Just live it up. As far as play all the sports and do everything that you can, that's what you need to do.
Yeah.
Jarvis, I don't want to hear Jarvis make comments about being old.
You're
going to be so damn old when your kid graduates.
You're old, Jarvis.
That's going to be hilarious. I can't wait. Can't wait.
Hurry up and get here. Hold on. He better not be texting and driving.
Oh, he is. He's messaging on the
comments.
Yeah. He's got to get his comments in.
Yeah,
he should be sharing the
yeah, right. No,
video.
he'd be here late. He'd be here about a half hour late if he
That's
was doing
probably
that.
true.
Yeah.
But all good. So, I mean, it's that time of year, and I mean, I love it when people say like, "Oh, you're a teacher, you get your summers off."
No.
It's like, oh yeah, that's cute.
No.
I remember my first beer.
That's
just dumb. I'm busy all the time, and I mean, it's but that's
not what you told me before.
Huh?
That's not what you told me before the show.
I don't tell you the truth all the time.
You told me you were lazy.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Well, there's a difference between lazy and not busy.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
I'm pretty much going
a lot of truth to that.
100 miles an hour all the time.
Between,
And that's the thing about coaching. I mean, not that any teachers who don't coach aren't busy. I mean, there's teachers who are trying to get stuff ready for next year, building curriculum, teaching summer school, which is
two words that should never collide in the same sentence. Summer school.
It's awful.
Yeah.
But hey, you had to do it if you didn't pass a class or something like that. So, I mean, it's that time of year, and teachers are just as busy, and coaches obviously busy too, man. So I mean, I enjoy it. I do like being busy. My family hates it. Everyone hates it.
Right.
And it's like, well, you're always busy. It's like, I don't know.
June's always hectic.
So I tell them.
But I think that I don't know. We talked about this a couple weeks ago. It would just really be nice if there could be some, distinction or I don't know, separation between the different
Church and state.
No,
separation.
Yeah, but between the different fall, winter, the different seasons of sports.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think that makes it easier for the kids, and which in turn makes it easier for the families.
Right.
Definitely makes it easier for the coaches, and I don't know. I think that alleviates a lot of stress, and the only added or extra stress for the player or family is going to be, well, am I doing a select sport? I don't have to worry about the high school coaches. I don't have to worry about the different high school teams. I don't know, but common sense and logic, where's that gone? I mean, I don't know.
Well, that's in short supply nowadays. So let's. That's easy. I don't want to offend anybody.
Well,
I do that on a regular basis.
I didn't know we turned this into a political show.
I didn't say it was anything about politics. I said common sense.
Right.
It's just a lot of walking around sense that people just don't have about this stuff. It would be really nice to have that. And it really needs to be on a local level. I don't think it's something that Michigan can come out and say, but
They could. If they can come out and say, "Here's a dead period,"
they don't.
and the whole, what was the whole?
But that was for everybody.
That's what I'm saying.
I know.
That's what I'm saying. If Michigan can come out and say, hey, for the families, we're going to have this 10, 14-day dead period, and then for the families,
who sets it?
Well,
set on a local level.
Well,
there you go. It's like, hey, we're going to do this,
fine,
and you guys do it.
Then what I'm saying, then they can come out and say, each season gets so many weeks of the summer. How you do that, that's up to, fine. Matriculate it down to the.
I don't think they're going to do it.
Well, of course not, because that means they have to make decisions.
I know,
and that's
not what we pay them. The fees to be a part of Mission to do is make decisions and run the organization. Oh, damn! That's exactly what we pay them to do. So, they're non-for-profit.
Right.
They are. They doing it for the kids.
Yeah,
doing it for the kids.
I still don't understand why they move state championship games out of the central part
area
of the state.
Because of the money.
You've been reading somebody's blogs, haven't you?
No, it's been that way for years.
5 years now?
I mean, you took
Didn't
out of
it-
Mizzou for basketball. You took it. I mean,
The rent that Mizzou is going to charge them.
talk about politics. The rent is too damn high. Party. You remember that guy?
Well, I'm just telling you, that's exactly what it is, and they got a better deal from Missouri State.
They're already charging $30,000 a year for a kid at a state school.
Okay, so you know how a few years ago when they had the Wilson basketballs were coming out, and everybody's like, "We're going to switch to Wilson." Did I tell you this one?
No.
So Wilson. I heard this from someone who works at Michigan, so I kind of understand what's going on there. So everybody's got to start switching their basketballs over to Wilson, I guess, if you want to have the Misha state playoff, whatever, basketball. So I remember this. We went and got a bunch of those Wilson balls when I was at Grandview. 20 of them. They were donated, and that was great. I was all excited, and then literally 2 years later, they want to switch to the Spalding TF1000 Legacy basketballs, which are a pretty penny. Mm-hmm. Well, come to find out, Wilson made a bid to be the official basketball for Misha at about $55,000. And Spalding came in and said, "Yeah, we see you're 55. We're going to go to 230, $230,000." And it's like, "Yeah, we're doing that." So that's how that went.
Wow.
So all the rest of our schools were like, "We just bought all these basketballs because you went from Spalding to Wilson, Spalding,
right."
It's like, well, why? So yeah,
just so it has the nice little Misha seal.
I mean, I don't put that on there.
Well,
the only time I ever see it on there is during the playoffs.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
well, I mean, the ones that you get for the district,
right?
If you host the districts, but and then subsequently win it because I made sure we got the ball. That's what I'm saying.
Hey.
Yeah, because you're like, well, you're not cutting the net down. I got that net. Yeah, you know. Anyway,
Jarvis gave you the net afterwards, right?
Yeah, like a year.
No, it was before the next season started. I remember.
I don't know.
It was the beginning of this particular basketball season. Remember, he took it down. He brought it over to you.
I don't remember. I know I got it.
Somehow, some way, maybe?
Yeah, it's just I acquired it.
Well, you know.
Custodians are going to throw it away. It's like, nah, don't do that.
Please don't do that, right?
Don't do that.
How many, just out of curiosity real quick, and I'm interrupting, but.
Yeah, thanks, Ray.
Okay, thanks. Thank you. But how many camps do you guys normally run during the summer?
Camps,
Now, are you talking about high school only, or are you just saying in general?
In general.
Well, I mean, schools do it in a variety of ways. There's schools that won't even do high school level camps because they're doing shootouts or they're traveling to go here, play this league or play that league, and they've got their open gyms.
Right.
Or you have your feeder programs, your K through 8, and you might run 3rd grade through 8th grade and vary it, 3 through 5 and 6 through 8. You might do 3 through 5th grade together, kind of a co-ed, just that way. I mean, they're all roughly about the same size. You can do it that way. I don't know. It just kind of depends on the school. I mean, if you're a big school like a Festus or a big school like a DeSoto Hillsboro, you're probably running multiple camps all summer, whether it's football, basketball, baseball, softball, cross country, all of that. And if you're a small school, I don't know. I mean, I know there were some years out of Grandview that we do some camps and we're trying to build interest, and then other years it's just like, well, we're nobody signed up, so we're just not going to do it this year, and we're going to go concentrate on the high school kids. I think it depends on the high school, or the size of the school and the community that you're a part of, and honestly, what sport is important.
Yeah, I think that's 100%. I mean, there were times where, we're trying to have open gyms or whatever, and we can't hardly get any kids out, especially when I first started out at Grandview, and then we have 28 kids in the gym for one particular camp of grades 9 through 12, and that was pretty good, I thought. I mean, camps are, we usually do at Pius, we do a week of camps and have the 4th, 5th, and 6th graders come in, and then the middle school age kids, and then we have our kids come in, and we do that for about a week. So other than that, I mean, if we go to a team camp and play games, we've done that before. That's been nice. We have kids who might play college basketball because then they get a chance to get looked at by some college coaches.
Right.
And that's why we went to Central Missouri. Oh, look who decided to show up.
Hey, there he is. Yeah,
hey, your microphone works, but
but it's muted.
I'm just kidding. It's all good. Oh, welcome to the show.
We don't have any camps.
No camps?
No camps?
No.
You're not doing any camps with little kids?
I'm doing a junior high camp, and I did elementary open gyms here.
Oh,
in the month of May, and did 5 of those. And
I tell you what you've seen, at least in basketball, you've seen the feeder programs. They kind of do their stuff before Thanksgiving, and it's kind of like either you start right around Halloween or a little bit before, and you try to incorporate the kids, the high school players, to come down.
Yeah, we're starting intramurals. Trent Sauer, our middle school AD.
Shout out to Trent.
Yeah,
my neighbor.
He put in this plan, and we're gonna do it on Saturdays and get the 6th grade involved. Just starting with the 6th grade, and then I did the open gym thing the whole month of May, and I had 52 kids.
Awesome.
And 3rd, 4th, and 5th grader. What did I do? Yeah, 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade boys in the gym. And those 5th graders are going to be 6th graders, so they can go to my junior high camp. I do junior high 6 through 8. But I just try to play in shootouts and all that stuff instead of having a camp because
let me ask you.
It's hard.
Yeah, let me ask you something. And I know I feel like in talking to other coaches, everybody's dealing with this because we have kids who we like to be there, and then they're not. Either they got to work, they're vacation, they're playing another sport, whatever. Would you rather kids show up and do practice, or would you rather them show up to game nights? Oh, see, see,
it's hard because
it's tough. Yeah, no, that's why it's tough.
I had the issue today where we played down at Kingston today. Our first game was at 2:30, and so I had to. You guys were talking about summer work of teachers and blah blah blah. I'm doing summer school, so I had to give $50 away basically because I had to leave summer school early, and I let one of my assistant coaches be my sub so he could get some money, and I went down to the league early. And I had some guys that missed the open gym we had Friday, and we had to run a play that we practiced. So I played the ones that were at the open gym at the start of the game because I'm like, hey, this is probably what they're going to run. We worked on it Friday, so I wanted the kids that were there to be in to start because, I'm trying to put stuff in. Your kids aren't all going to – well, you know what I mean.
100%. That's why we're laughing.
That's why we're
and you got kids that don't show up to anything open gym-wise, and then they're wanting to come to the game night, and then they're like, well, why? Yeah.
Run this play. Run South Carolina. No. Run North Carolina.
Run 3-guard. I mean, they don't – and they don't understand that they can't remember from last year, a lot of them.
Right.
Now, some of the kids that are sophomores, juniors, I've been lucky because they've been running the same stuff, and Goodwin's been running a lot of my stuff at the junior high, which has helped. But it's still – I want them to be at the open gym, too, so when we get to league night, we don't look like idiots.
And that, again, it's
an investment, right? You're paying – you, as a player parent, you are paying for these leagues, so why would you not want to invest the time?
And maybe that's something I need to change. I didn't have the players give any money to this. I pay it out of our – but the players are the ones that earned all this money. I pay it out of our special funds.
Well, they're working for it in some capacity.
Yeah, they sold the stuff for fundraiser. Why don't you come? I got some kids that aren't showing up, and it's like it's hard because. And I'm not saying, if you're not if you miss one open gym, I'm not starting you next year or something. No, because remember we got in that conversation a while back, and some people jumped on. Well, you got to play. Yeah, I'm going to play the best players, but the better players are the ones showing up. That's because they're getting better because they're always there.
Well, I mean, that's exactly what I mean. We've had this conversation quite a bit already this summer.
I listened to you guys on the way here. I want to jump in on that in a second. But go ahead. No, you go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, does that have something to do with what was posted today about? I think.
Oh, Dalen's post was
Dalen's
spot on.
Post, yeah,
spot on.
I didn't see it.
But then we had. I saw a couple of folks.
I could probably pull it up.
I had a couple of folks, say, hey, kind of from the parents' perspective, and it was a herky parent that kind of said something that was kind of on the lines of, what happens if you've got a kid that has got to choose between the two or three or four different sports, and they're not at your say you're the basketball coach and he's going to baseball. And he's got baseball going on. You don't get to see him very often
at all.
Okay,
most of the time.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And I know we had that conversation a couple weeks ago about we talked about that even with Zach, but
baseball is hard. Baseball is hard because this is baseball season. I
Sure.
mean, I get it. I mean, I had a kid that hasn't been able to come because of baseball, but he came today. He didn't have a game, didn't have practice. He came to the league night, and I played him. Played him a lot. My thing is, and you guys were talking about it, why can't the school go, look, football coaches, you play in August. So, yeah, I get that they're most important. Football, volleyball, softball. Okay, so you three should get July, and the three sports in the other season should get June. And then we don't have these problems of kids, I got football weightlifting, or I have this or that. I mean, if you separated them and said as a school, look, June is going to be basketball, the sports that are the furthest away, and then July is the ones that are going to be. I mean, I'm having 3 open gyms in July. That's it. All my basketball stuff's in June, and I do that. For a reason. One of my ex-players over there did that for a reason because I know football. I'm a football coach.
Yeah. You don't want to be out all day.
Well,
every day,
I'll
Monday
tell
through
you
Friday.
guys.
We were just talking about schedules.
You were talking about schedules. Here's mine: Monday, league night at Kingston. Tuesday, football 3 to 5. Wednesday, league night at Hillsboro. Plus, football's having it in the evening at the same time. So the basketball kids are coming in the morning now on the league night, so they can come in the morning, lift, and then be at my league night on Wednesday. I have Thursday night this week because there was only 4 Mondays. And so what Paul does down there, he makes us play on a Thursday. So Thursday I have basketball, and we have football. So if I wasn't going to basketball, I'd be at football.
Right.
So I'm Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday as a football, basketball coach. So if you're a football, basketball kid, you're going Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, full board.
Now, here's the other thing that we don't talk about. You're expected to perform as a kid. Think about that. I don't care that.
Well,
I don't care that you were lifting at 8 a.m. and then 8 to 10 that you were doing lifting, and then 10 to 12 you're doing football, and then 12 to 2 you're doing basketball. Come 1:30, you need to be. Well, you haven't had lunch.
We had a basketball game last week. We had football from 4 to 6. We played at 8. Well, football was weightlifting and conditioning, and it was upper body day. So what were my kids' shots like in the first game? Oh, God, awful. Right. And then the second game, we shot enough in the first game and missed enough that by the second game,
law of averages.
Well, and this is the first. This is the first week, so some of those kids haven't lifted weights since school was over.
Right.
So you went 2 weeks without doing anything. So the first time you lift, how's your body feel after that? So it was kind of rough going there on Wednesday last week, but kids battled through it. My son was one of them. He was dead dog tired. Done football for 2 straight hours, and that's not counting if they're taking a summer school class, which my kid is, and many of the other kids are, because my kid takes if you're a smart kid and you play sports, it's hard to fit all your schedule in. So he's taken a personal finance, a required course over the summer too, on top of expected to be at all the football and basketball stuff.
See, and we never talk about. We always talk about it from our perspective.
Sure.
And we never talk about it really at times from the family or the kids' perspective.
Well, the show is called Like We See It, so it seems like it's my perspective.
Well, yes.
But once again, you go back to common sense and making rules or regulations that benefit or help the kid and the family, because after all, isn't that what we're supposed to be doing?
Well, I didn't.
Why would we not sit here, whether it's at the state level or bring it down low locally or individually at the school district level, and say, hey, you know what? For the, it used to be 85% of the student body were participating in extracurriculars. Now it's probably flip-flop.
Well, and that's the problem at Hergy. It's the same kids that are playing all the same sports almost.
And fine arts. The band,
yes.
the choir, the play.
Well, my son was like, did band his first year, and he goes, Dad, I'm not going out there in a football uniform anymore. So he was done with band. He had to make a choice. And and to fit that into his schedule with all of his accelerated classes is almost impossible.
I mean, you can't do
all
of them.
No.
And that's what everybody has to understand. We want our kids. I've read the post now, and I get it. You just look it up on your own damn stuff. Come on, man. Like you got social media or something.
I didn't know that there were. I just saw his initial post. I didn't read any comments.
I was reading some of it.
I've been doing summer school and I've been doing basketball all day.
There's a lot of. Well, I mean, I just now read it, but I think there's a lot of truth into what Dalen put, and then of course we got some parents who've commented, and I see that like one of them is his kids don't have a lot of time.
Yeah. No, they don't,
and they don't, because you can't do every single thing. You can't do it all. You just can't.
Right.
But there's nothing wrong with being a multi-sport athlete, and there's some things that you can do as a football player, and just particularly do them in practice and then in the weight room. There are other sports, such as baseball or basketball, that take a little bit more time to perfect your craft.
Talking about skills.
Yes.
Talking about skills.
And that's me personally. So when I look at baseball, I look at basketball. There's a lot of hand-eye coordination. There's a lot of muscle memory training that you need to put in continuously over and over and over and over to train your body to do things. You can't. He says it, microwave success. I don't know how many times I've used that. Can't wake up in the morning and expect to be great. I tell the kids all the time, like, you can't play Call of Duty and just for every waking minute that you have and then expect to be great at basketball. That doesn't work, or whatever sport you're doing. So, but then there are other sports that you don't have to put in as much to be good at it. But I want them to play multiple sports. But if you and that's okay too, but if you're not putting in the work to be a good shooter, playing those other sports, you can still contribute to the game that I coach in a very
different way.
Yes, in a very positive way, and be a good player for us, even though basketball isn't your number one.
Well, but here's the thing, right? You say, so not only...
Man, there is a lot on... I didn't see any of this until just now.
Yeah. So not only do they want to do all of it, they also want Johnny or Susie to be the star of all of it. And I'll just use your kid as an example for you as a parent. I bet you would be willing to be okay with if he's a star in one sport, but a glue guy or a role player in another sport, and you probably would be okay with that as a dad.
I am. Yeah, I'm definitely okay with that.
Right?
Sure. Like, I didn't expect, like baseball this year, I did not expect him to have the season he did. I thought he would be a role player, maybe get to hit once in a while, maybe play the field sometimes, whatever. Well, it ended up we only had like 18 kids, and then a couple left, and we were down to like 14 kids, and he's the starting first baseman. I'm like, holy crap. So he went from all three sports. He's a major player in all three. So it's kind of
but it's something I think even like as a coach, I don't know, you've got Bobby Joe over here who you are counting on as a coach, but he's baseball one or he's football one, okay? But you're never going to see him. But he's the stud of the school. So you're perfectly fine. Let's just be honest. Bobby Joe, he's still going to start, and he's still going to do a double-double, right?
Well, I mean,
but here's the difference.
I get a perfect example. I mean, we got Amy sitting right here, and I had to, I mean, Jordan was baseball first. I get it.
Right.
I mean, my kid's basketball first.
Right.
So,
but don't insert the star. Insert some other kid who you are counting on that might be your fifth guy, might be your sixth guy, might be your seventh guy, but you, because you're never going to see him over the summer or you're never going to see him as much as you want, now all of a sudden your team's not as good because he's baseball one, he's football one.
Well,
and now as a coach, now all of a sudden our perspective changes. Now we're like, dadgummit, I want that kid in here but he's not basketball one, he's football, baseball one.
Well, to me, it depends on what they're doing. Well, I mean, we got kids who when they're going to football recruiting camps because they are going to be seniors and they're trying to get as many teams to look at. Right. I get it.
Well, and I was going to say with my own kids, we had a gender reveal party yesterday, and Jill had to miss. She plays on 2 basketball teams, the Herky team, and then she plays on a select team that she made out of St. Louis called the Rebels. And the Rebels ended up winning the tournament, I think, but she didn't go play, and she didn't go play for the Herky team because she did something with the family. Now, I get that. That's not I think what parents, and I read through some of that on there, I think what parents aren't getting is that we're not mad at kids that are participating in all kinds of things. I'm mad when they can show up and they don't.
Like, we don't know why. And we don't know why, right?
Well, or I find out why from other kids or other people. Like, for example, someone's on vacation. Okay, if you're back on vacation now, from vacation, then you should show up to whatever you can. I'm not saying they need to be at every open gym. I'm not saying they have to be at every league night either. But the thing with me with league night is I forked out $1,000 out of the program's money for my kids to get better at basketball. And so if they go to weightlifting, which is conditioning, instead of coming to the basketball game that we spent money on, I'm not asking. I'm asking for 2 nights a week in June.
Okay, so we got to go to break, but I've got to – yeah, because it's about that time. Yeah, you're long-winded. He comes here and nobody gets any work. I'm just messing with you.
I was catching up. I was listening on the way here.
Yeah. So I got a good question when we come back, and you guys go ahead and marinate on this. Okay, we're in a society today that expects free, give me, and then it's like, oh, I don't appreciate it as much. Okay, not everybody, but we have a lot of people walking around that do. You're saying that you forked out that money out of the program money for this to happen. Well, I know other coaches make their kids pay to play. Do you think that should be the case? We
can go back and forth.
Well, and that's what
we did it differently.
So think about it, and then we'll talk about it when we come back.
I know maybe I should change my philosophy. I don't know.
Just give us some pros and cons there. Go ahead, Ray.
We're going to marinate on that. You are watching the Coach's Box. We'll be right back.
For fine Mexican cuisine,
a family atmosphere,
any place to watch your local sport teams. Come out to La Pachangas.
Check out our 4 locations: Arnold, Herculaneum, Crystal City, and Bonter.
Come out to La Pachanga.
Jefferson College has affordable degree options for students of all ages. Plus, register before December 11th and you could win a $250 book scholarship or other great prizes. Jefferson College provides safe on-site and online options and many exciting career pathways like humanities, business, social science and public service, math, physics and technology, and science and health. Students who know, go Jeffco. Enroll now at jeffco.edu.
I do this for the love of the kids. I do it for the love of the coaches and the ADs because there's not enough high school coverage in the St. Louis area. There's just not. Once again, I get to keep my relationships with, guys like you and a lot of the other great coaches and administrators and former athletes. And that's one of the cool things that we're going to do here, too, is, I've been fortunate covering some great coaches and great kids, but, the caravan is, I wasn't letting it die. And sure enough, we're here now, and the reboot is in full effect.
Okay. All right. Yep.
Hi, I'm Ray Halbrook from Livestream STL.
And I'm Zach Bone with Festus Post 253 American Legion Baseball. No, I don't like that either. Let's go back.
Hi, I'm Ray Halbrook with Livestream STL.
And I'm Zach Bone with Festus Post 250.
Hi, I'm Ray Halbrook with Livestream STL.
And I'm Zach Bone with Festus Post 253 American Legion Baseball. This summer, we're partnering with Livestream STL for a fundraiser that will bring you every game of the 2021 season right here on Livestream STL. If you're interested in signing up, please click the link below. If you're interested in sponsoring one of these games, please contact Livestream. A portion of all proceeds will be donated back to the Festus American Legion Baseball program.
We hope to see you out at the ball field and online.
Better?
Perfect. I like it. I like it a lot.
Wiley Agencies have locations in Festus and Arnold to serve you. We offer home, vehicle, business, and life insurance, as well as investments and much more. We utilize a custom approach to make sure you, your family, and assets are properly protected. Give us a call today for great rates and savings at 636-764-6294 for the Festus office or 636-333-9903 for the Arnold office. We'll be happy to review your current coverage or just talk sports. You can also email us at SeanWiley@allstate.com.
We hope you're enjoying tonight's presentation. Take advantage of the HD experience here with Livestream STL by going to the TKDS Sports Network app. Download the app and subscribe by going to videos.tkdssports.com. That'll get you access onto our TKDS Sports app, Roku, and Fire Stick. And thanks so much for your support of Livestream STL.
Hi, this is Coach Riley Blair from the Herculaneum Black Cats.
Hi, this is Coach Jarvis from the Herculaneum Black Cats.
Hi, this is Coach Zach McVeigh with the Jefferson Lady Blue Jays.
Hi, I'm Chris Miller from St. Pius X High School.
And you're watching the Coach's Box.
And you are watching the Coach's Box
on Livestream STL.
On Livestream STL.
And we are back here with our second segment here. Before we get started with that, we'll let you know what's going on Livestream STL this week. Tomorrow we'll be down at St. Genevieve, down at Yanks Field, Festus 253 taking on St. Genevieve 150. That's at 6:45. We have a doubleheader Wednesday. Perryville comes to town out at 253. That'll actually be out at Jefferson College. First couple of doubleheader games there. Pre-game at 3:45. And then the second game will be 30 minutes after the end of the first game there. And then Thursday, Rock Memorial takes on DeSoto. That'll be a 7:45 pregame. And if you're interested in checking that out, that little Q code there to the right, go back and check this out, and you'll be able to scan that Q code if you're interested in that. And also, if you're a fan of this summer baseball, we've got a brand new Fanuc Incentive, and it looks like this. If you're able to help us find sponsors. We are a little bit short on our sponsors right now, going into the summertime here. If you help us find a sponsor and they sponsor a 10-game pack or a full season pack, you're going to get the entire a free subscription of the entire season. So check that out. Again, that is our fan incentive. Help us find some sponsors to round out our summer baseball season here. And as we jump away from here and we start right back up. We got to get everybody, these guys got to get their headsets on and whatnot, but here we go. We're going to get them all back on here. And guys, we're just going to start our second round. We're going to finish what we talked about there a little bit, I guess. Yes?
Yeah, so we're talking about, getting kids to participate in the summer. And Jason, I've done that before. I've had money in our program that we fundraise for and then paid for the kids to go. And I think the older I get here, I don't know if that's something I would want to do. I know you said that you had.
Here's what we've always done. What we've always done is before the school year gets over with. So we're talking May. We go. We say we have a meeting, send emails out, whatever. And we say, look, this is what we want to do, because I'd always like to do a summer league, and I would like to do a couple shootouts that are local, and have a big go away, like go to SEMO. Okay, stay there, excellent opportunity. So I need to know, check yes, no on all these dates. Can you be there? Can you not be there? And then we're going to charge and say, okay, we got all this. And now, I'm not going to charge full price, because if we were charging full price, we're talking probably hundreds, right? Or at least over 100.
Sure.
But we're going to say, you got to put something down. And so I did that for a couple reasons. One, so you're invested. Not only, obviously monetarily, but you're invested to show up. But the other thing is that for playing time issues. So no parent could ever gripe about playing time, because I'm going to say, no. We're going to go 5 in, 5 out. Everybody's going to get as equal playing time as we possibly can, because everybody paid the same. So you can't complain about, well, did we win, did we lose? One, that doesn't matter. But two, everybody's going to play the same amount of time. 2 minutes in, 2.5, 3 minutes, next 5, next 5, next 5. Kids love it. I sit back, evaluate, and maybe I should have done more of that in the regular season. But the kids would go have fun. They played loose. They played fast. They played free. And it was an enjoyable summer. But we would always go through and say, who can do this? Who can be here? And then you've got to pay.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. We're probably 60% free and reduced lunch, maybe, or 50 or whatever Herky is. And when I first got there, I was encouraged not to charge for my camps. So this year I'm charging $20 for my junior high camp just to at least cover the shirts that I give the kids. The last probably 5 years I've just bought the shirts, and that's $600.
See, once again, things that people don't know behind the scenes that we as coaches do.
And I didn't even charge my kids anything, and I've given them. They've always gotten one, possibly two. Usually I do one in the summer shirt, and then another T-shirt in the winter when we actually play, and some days we'll just wear that shirt to school or whatever. And, I mean, I give them to all kinds of kids, and I gave them to all the junior high, and I give them I'm trying to give them out to summer school just to encourage kids to go to basketball. I still have tons of shirts from the last 4 years. I don't know, though. Maybe I should start charging money because then the kid gives me $20 to play in the summer and gets a shirt or whatever, but then he knows he paid for that summer league. And if I pay for it, maybe they don't feel like it's as important. Well, Coach,
it's your story. It's your story about the dollar that you.
Yeah, I look at it like this, okay, and I'll tell it. If I gave you $1 every day, starting in
the 50-cent thing.
No.
Oh, okay.
I gave you $1 every single day, starting July 1. I did it every day. Didn't tell you why. Just walked up to you, handed you $1, walked away. Did that for 30 days in July. On the 31st day, I don't do it. You're expecting me to give you $1, and you're probably a little pissed off I didn't give you $1.
Well, yeah.
You didn't do anything for it, did you?
No.
Okay, I give you $1, and then as soon as I do that, and I get you believing that, oh, okay, it's like an expectation. It's an entitlement. It's an entitlement theory, and to me, we can go into a lot of other conversations because of that.
Yeah.
That's the thing. When it's free and it's not paid for, somebody doesn't maybe take it. They take it for granted.
Well, and that's what I call all my contact days in the summer open gyms.
Sure.
And if a kid wasn't on the team last year and shows up, he gets to participate. Maybe I shouldn't call them open gyms. I don't know. I mean, maybe I should just
basketball activities.
Maybe I should just call it a basketball practice. I don't know. I don't know.
It's not against the rules.
And I get where I read a bunch of the stuff that was on that post of Dalen's, and I get it. My son is one of those kids. He is one of those kids that doesn't have much of a life outside of it. So would I rather my kid be running around doing something else on a Saturday, doing
and who knows what,
with
what
who,
time?
or what, at 7 o'clock in the evening, or be with his basketball coach getting better at basketball, or be with his football coach? Hey, Coach Boss has been great. He's going to let my kids lift in the morning on Wednesday and Thursday this week so they can be at my basketball league nights. And we got to do that as a small school. Now at Festus, maybe don't have as many kids playing 3 sports, or maybe, you go up further north and, people are individualizing. And I'm not saying that everyone has to play 3 sports. But there are some, I understand. Dylan's not one of the best football players. I don't expect him. I'm on the coaching staff, and I tell I used to tell Coach Hunter and them all the time, I don't even want to be around him. I don't want to coach him. I don't want to have to make any decisions that deal with his playing time because then I'll be told that I'm playing him because he's my kid. And I don't care in basketball because he deserves to play. It didn't bother me any. But and others,
it took you a while, though.
It took me a while.
We talked about it a while
when he was a freshman, I had basketball coaches telling me that he should be playing on the varsity, and I'm like, eh. And it took me a while this year to say screw it, and I put him out there. But, my kid doesn't hardly ever miss anything. Football, basketball, or baseball.
And I think
even during the season, during basketball, he went to baseball stuff, and I wasn't a big fan of him going 3 and 4 days a week to baseball during basketball season, but my kid went. And, yeah, it's a commitment. And you either make the decision if you want to be great and you want to be the greatest athlete and you're good at maybe you are a star in 2 sports. Well, it's probably because you do something. You show up. I mean, I'm not saying that if a kid misses the week or 2 that I'm going to, well, he's playing JV. I ain't going to ever play him on the varsity. That's what any of us are saying. If the kid's good enough, he's going to play.
Right.
Whether he shows up to 1 open gym or whether he shows up to 10. But a lot of times, if he's one of those kids that isn't a great player in basketball and he never shows up, but he's going to be a role player, but then he never shows up and then he's still a role player, how can you argue? He never came to anything to get himself better.
Sure. I mean, and here's the thing.
I would hate to think the money I've spent for my 2 kids to get better. But go ahead.
I've had this happen to me in the past where I have one of my better players not show up except for a few things all summer for whatever reason, whether legitimate or not, and kids who maybe not nearly as good, they show up to everything and they work hard, and a parent, and when season rolls around, they're like, well, how come that kid who didn't show up is playing over them? I'm like, because he's better.
Well, and
it's the worst.
It's not a democracy.
It's the worst.
It's a meritocracy.
The worst conversation as a coach is that one right there that you're talking about. I had a couple kids that were 2 of my hardest workers this year, and they didn't get to play a whole lot.
Yeah.
And I have to face their parents, but they're not as good as the other kids. It's not a time issue. It's not, hey, I know he put in more time. I'm going to give him every opportunity I can, but once the other player proves, hey, I wasn't there all summer, but I'm better, I'm going to play the other player. I got to win games.
We've done this, right? We've done this where we've talked about, we know as coaches, it's not 1 through 12, right? It's not 1 through 12, and then here's your roster, and everybody's nice and neat, and everybody's symmetrically oriented on skill set. No. It might be, here's your top player, and then number 2, 3, 4 might be way down your starting 5, and then you know what? Number 6 through 10 or even lower. Right, it's just this nice uniform.
Well, you put the 1, 2, your number in the thing, and playing time is hard. It's hard in basketball. I encourage the kids to come to everything. Yeah, I want them at everything, even if they're my worst player. I want them at everything, and you don't go into a season and go, okay, this kid, and just decide by chance that's who's playing and who's not. You have it based on everything. And things that parents and other coaches don't see is, how does that kid act at practice? How does he treat his other teammates? How does he react when he gets coached hard? How does he react to the refs? And I had to chew my son's butt in front of everyone today.
That'd have been funny to
doing
see.
this. Yeah. Oh, one of the parents from
quit watching the NBA.
One of the parents,
Lakers.
Quit watching LeBron. Quit watching LeBron. One of the fans from the other team that I know, we were playing Crystal, and it was a tight game. We ended up going to overtime. We won, sudden death overtime. And my son made this motion to an official. And I screamed, and I one of the things I'm trying not to do this year is scream at kids during games and bring them over and talk to them. But this is my son, so it was going to happen.
That coaching hat, dad hat.
Dad hat's back on.
And I made a point of, guys, you're not helping me or yourselves with him by yelling and doing this. I said, I don't want to see it. No more. None of you. And someone might do that to me every day at practice. You don't know. You're as the parent, you don't see that kid roll his eyes at me every time I say, hey, you need to block out better. Or, hey, your stance needs to get down lower. Or, hey, you need to slide your feet. Or they're jacking around at practice and causing other kids to be distracted during practice. All those things go into playing time. It's not just what happens in the summer.
There's no equity. It's not just it's not straight across the board here. It's not equal.
Well, and
everybody
gets
Jeff. I want to read Jeff's thing. Okay. I am not going to talk about it, but you guys can. He said, I think there is a hierarchy in some schools that favors some sports over others. Right or wrong, football is king in some administrators' eyes. The worst scenario is when coaches from different sports compete against each other for numbers and talent.
Football is always going to be king. It doesn't matter if it's Jefferson County, Missouri, or if it's somewhere out in California, Texas. It's going to be king. Why? Because you said it last week. What rules everything?
Money.
Cash. Yeah. Football. Huh?
Football does,
yeah.
in my opinion.
Well, money, because football draws fans. It draws the concessions. It draws the money.
It also costs the most.
Okay.
To play it.
Right.
It's the most expensive to play.
Yes,
right.
That's what I mean.
And I love football.
I love it too.
I went and played college football.
There's your plug. I played college.
Well, no, what I'm saying is, and it's hard as a basketball coach to fight. You don't want to fight. I don't want to constantly fight other coaches to get my kids.
No.
But when it's time, when it's time and I have to say something, I do. I mean, it's hard.
Mm-hmm. It's once again, it's one of those 1,000 decisions on a daily basis that, as coaches, that we go through, and that no one outside of that bubble of being in the coaching realm knows about all the added decision making and all the added stress and all the.
Here's a perfect example: sports banquet. Okay, a basketball banquet that you have to do. Okay, I usually serve Emo's Pizza. I got a connection, duh. But and so
he needs to hook us up.
I serve. Well, I could. I mean, we can get some pizza. So anyway,
that sounds good right now. Not gonna lie.
I serve pizza and blah blah blah. But I had to get a letter and I had to type it up and give it to all the kids and make sure they signed it so I know how many kids are coming. And me and my wife spent the night before for like 6 hours with the help of Amy came and helped us, which was awesome. And we set up the whole cafeteria. We had to move every cafeteria table out of the cafeteria, move the round tables in, blah, blah, blah. And I'm not saying pity us coaches. I'm just saying
there's
so much that goes into all the stuff we do.
Outside of the 90-minute, 2-hour game.
Or practice.
I don't even go practice. I go the 2-hour window that outside eyes
see
watch.
You see me for an hour and a half coaching your kids.
Yet you don't see the 12 months year-round.
You don't see me when I see one of my players walking in the hallway and he's crying, or I think he's about to cry, and I grab him and I pull him in my room. I'm like, dude, what's up? You don't. And I'm
kid can't eat. Hey, we're all eating out at McDonald's.
Kid can't afford to buy a pair of shoes for basketball.
Hey, man, you hungry? No, coach. No.
No,
go get what you want.
Get what you want. I'm buying it.
Nobody sees that, and not that
I'm not putting this out there to make them feel bad for us. I'm not saying
no, not at all.
There's a lot of stuff that goes into making decisions for your program, whether it's playing time, who makes the team, and who doesn't. And the hardest – sorry.
Go ahead. I'm interrupting you.
The hardest part about it is you have to make those tough decisions. And I'll be honest with you, the older I've gotten and the more I just probably give less rat's butt about it, I will be open and honest with parents when they ask me those questions. And I never have ever wanted to talk about playing time. That's one of my – I don't want to talk about it. I'm really more of, okay, you want to know why? I'll tell you why. It's the same thing I told your son. And I just kind of lay it out there for him. And here's why. And here's the reason why I do this. And I have no problem being transparent. Put my Mike Schilt.
Yeah, there's a nice one. Transparent.
I am like Mike Schilt. I'll tell you why I made that
being
decision.
Fluid.
And I have no problem with that. And probably some of them ain't going to like hearing what I have to say.
That's what I was going to say. A lot of them don't want to hear that answer.
Sure. But then at the end of the day, whenever they get over being pissed off, I use the ladder to get over whatever they got to do, then I tend to have a better relationship with those parents because they're like, well, I'm just glad that you'll talk to me about it. And I'm like, listen, it's not something we're going to do all the time. You're going to agree and disagree with me, and that's fine.
I don't have that. Mine's I'm not going to come talk to you. I'm going to come usurp everything around.
Yeah, well, I mean,
and then go up.
Yeah, and you either have those people or internet trolls, and there's nothing you can do about those.
You're going to have those people that go above you.
Sure,
100%. I mean, you're going to have that every year.
Yeah,
I mean, and I've just learned to have really thick skin. And one thing I really learned.
I don't know. You're all kind of sensitive at times.
I am sensitive. I really don't truly believe. Or I don't believe that parents or some parents understand how much we truly care about these kids.
Yeah.
And I don't think they really understand that I don't like to have to make some of the decisions I have to make as a coach. But I have to make them.
Yeah.
And
you said it how many weeks ago? This might have been week 15.
I don't know. I've slept since then.
Exactly. Perception is reality.
Oh, 100% there.
I keep coming back to that phrase, and we look at things, I don't know, we look at things through a coaching lens, they look at things through a parent lens or through a player lens, and it's completely different. It really is completely different.
Well, I mean, again, whenever I used to do discipline for the school, and it's parents are calling and complaining because I had to call them and they're complaining about, well, I just think the teacher's picking on them. It's like, well, here, let me kind of go over. And a lot of times, again, you have that conversation. You're open to talk about things. Well,
that's why you got to document everything, and you got to document everything.
But this is where you don't wake up, and you don't wake up as a coach, and you don't wake up as a teacher, and you say, you know what, my only goal today is to pick on Billy Joe over here. Like that's why I got. That's why I spent 4 years getting a bachelor's degree.
Well, someone spent 5.5. But anyway,
they're called doctors, right? But yeah, that's exactly why I got up today, so I could pick on your kid out of the 150 other students that I have. Come on,
or the million other things you have running through your head every 5 seconds.
Well, if I tell the kids all the time, if I jump on your case, if I get onto you, and for anybody who's known me, I will get on to a kid, even in a game, whenever, definitely in practice. 5 minutes later, I've moved past it. If you're still worried about what I said to you, then that's a you problem. Well, because that's how I'm going to – if your boss is going to address you and he's not happy with you, he's going to yell at you or something. He's going to say, I don't like what you just did. Fix it. And that might have a tone to it. And then later on, I'm going to come back to you. I had that happen to me, the other night. We were at Hillsboro. And one of my players, and I love the kid. And he comes off the court. I won't say who he is. And he's like, we got to do something different. It ain't working. And I looked at him, and the fire of God.
Were you running flex, too, at the time?
Do we run the flex?
I don't know if that's what we call it.
Oh, wow, 3-guard, whatever.
So he says that to me as he's walking off the court, and he's obviously a little emotional. And I go,
I can only
You
imagine.
can't. No. You did. He politely escorted him down to the bench.
The very end.
I said, since you want to be part of the coaching staff, you can sit at the end of the bench with the coaching staff. And I said it very politely to him.
Right.
And I said, you can just sit there and you can express those views to them. I come back later, even in the game, and he went back in the game. Even at whatever point in the game, it was like, hey, you're good. Let's go. And I always try to tell when the coaches talk to him. But the next day, especially, we had a good conversation. I said, look, if you want to tell me that you see something isn't working or you see something, you're coming off the court emotional. I mean, again,
and I'm coaching sometimes a little emotional.
And I might be a little emotional, especially with some of that summer league officiating. It gets a little rough, but we're not going to go there.
We'll talk after shows.
And I go, so you're coming at me going, they working. When you aren't even thinking right. You're not. That's not going to work. If you want to say, you're coming off the court, say, Coach, hey, we're trying to do this. Is there anything else I can do? Am I doing something wrong?
Coach, I don't think this is working. I said, we're confused
right,
or whatever.
Or go talk to one of the assistants when you
coach.
come on the
game. I
don't
want to say it to you. Yeah.
Yeah, I said, if you don't want to say it to me, but I said, if you come to talk to me like that, that's going to go over so much better than we got to do something different. It ain't working.
Well, it's like I had one of my parents tell me recently, he goes, Jarvis, you do yell at kids a lot. And he goes, but there's not one kid on that team that you haven't yelled at like that. He goes,
bingo.
You coach hard, you coach loud because you're just loud.
Yeah, you are.
And he said, but you treat every one of those kids the same. He goes, I've seen it from some of your worst players to some of your best players, and I've definitely seen it with your own kid. You don't treat any of them differently. And he goes, and some people just see you as being brash or harsh. And I'm not, dude.
I get that.
I don't know how. This last couple years, I've told my players that I love them more than I ever have before. Like, I used to never say that to a kid. But now I do.
Yeah.
Because I do. I mean, Bracy and some of those kids.
It's the baby.
It's that old grandpa.
Well, it's that old grandpa.
Very used to that grandpa, Dad.
Wait till I'm over. Wait till I'm in out of the public education scene, maybe in that private education scene someday, you know.
I can't wait. We need to have like a coaches meeting, but it really needs to be you and Klaus. We got to get that established.
Dude, he was cracking me up the other day when I saw him out at
did you guys get a good? Did he give you some advice?
Oh, we were both talking about you, but
that's okay. I get that a lot too. Don't worry. My assistant coaches like to throw me under the bus sometimes. I don't care.
Blair likes to throw me under the bus. I don't know about my assistant coaches.
I think he's
don't
watching
too much.
this.
He was, but now
he's back at game 2 now.
Yeah, he's going to catch this. We get some late comments.
My brother said if the coach isn't yelling at you, you probably aren't playing. Well,
I mean, there was kids who don't get to play as much, and I'll still get on to them. To me, it's a life skill. I remember
you got to learn how to deal with different people.
I've worked with some really good coaches in my time, and all of them all say the same thing. If you can handle the practices, the games are easy.
Yeah.
And if you can handle playing, for me, life's going to be pretty easy too, because your boss is going to rip you a new one. You're just going to go, yeah, okay, I got this. Done. To me, it's you develop grit, you develop those life skills. Well, as a young man, I'm coaching boys.
I'm one of those guys. I was one of those.
It might be different with girls, but
well, you know what? I don't think it is sometimes, and it depends on the group of girls you have the group of guys you have. And I love my head football coach I had in high school, Coach Bob Holman, but I was scared of him when I was in high school. But he made me a better man. I'm not the man I am now if it wasn't for some of those coaches I had.
Yeah.
Because I was a poop head sometimes.
That's a shocker.
And I needed just sometimes. And I needed to be straightened out. And we all hate when we get called to when you get that email, come see me on my on your off hour.
And it's still
or
like,
you get
yeah.
And you may have not done anything wrong, but the first thing when you get that email from your boss, your principal, your superintendent, or whoever it may be, you're like,
what did I do?
What did I do?
It's still that feeling of going to the principal's office.
It is. And,
oh, man.
But you learn how to deal with that. I learned how to deal with that because – and then when I got to college, holy crap. The stuff I was called by my coach, and I still respected the heck out of him. But I was called some things.
No.
I swear, if some of the kids heard some of the things or saw – some of the things, the ways some of us were coached back 20 years ago, 30 years – well, me, it's more than 20 years ago. But I don't know that they can handle it. I don't know that – I can remember my brother came off the field one time, his fingers like this, sticking out. And coach said, hey, turn your head. And he turned his head, and coach taped it up. He was out one play. Now, no one's going to do that because you'd be afraid
lawsuit.
You get lawsuit.
Right.
But
that's different age.
But the coaching is just so – it's different. I mean, I'm trying to be more positive than I ever have been because kids, and it's hard for me. You know. You guys know. You know me well.
You are the essence of positivity.
Well, I've really been trying to change, and I've really been trying to be more positive. And today I was being as positive as I could, but, man, quit looking at the refs like that, especially when you know one of the refs there has teed me up like 2 or 3 different times. And if you were at the Summer League game that was 3 years prior, saw me get kicked out, but I couldn't leave because I was the only administrator there, you got to behave when that referee's there or any ref. And you don't make it any better by going,
It's Summer League.
Yeah.
Kids, I mean.
And they're not going to call
They're
fouls.
not going to call. It's running clock. They want to just get as much playing time.
That's a total different animal for me because coaching girls for all the years, I've told this to officials before. Hey, I didn't come here and pay hundreds of dollars for you not to do a job. Call the foul. We played up in the
That's what got me kicked out that day.
Hey, we played up in the city. And it was the championship game of wherever we were playing at. This was a couple years back.
Was it a shootout or something?
It was a shootout, and you know how they have a tournament bracket the second day. And it's championship. And I told the guys, I said, listen, if you guys don't start calling some in the second half, we're done. I could care less. This is a summer game. I don't need my starters. I don't need these kids. This kid's trying to get a scholarship. They don't need to get hurt.
Well, and
you know what happened? Okay, and they started calling things and things that were not called. And because I told them, I said, this is not prison ball. It's still organized basketball. You still need to do a job and call fouls and call. Yeah, you're not calling every little ticky-tack stuff, but by golly, when kids are getting slammed on the floor and you're not calling anything.
I think we're moving into that conversation that's supposed to have been, off air, but
I'm saying from years ago.
I'm not. This was years ago.
And this is up in the city, so it's.
We're fine now. I mean, we're cordial to each other, but I mean, he's teed me up a couple times.
Well, I've gotten a couple tees.
I haven't in 2 years got tees that counted.
Hey, I tell you who did get us. I did see somebody that got a technical in summer game.
Yeah. Who was that? Ben Ellick.
Yeah.
Ben Ellick.
Yeah,
Did he?
Yeah, he got teed up at his own school.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Summer league.
He's paying those guys, and they teed him up?
Yeah.
That's tough.
Hey, I'd say who hired those guys. That's what I'd ask him.
You want your money?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. At that summer league, Jill was playing for the Black Cats, and poor Gary Alexander, he goes after balls, losing it, stumbles, and knocks into him. They both fall down. He lands at a lady's lap. Oh, it was the funniest. And it was right in front of me. And I said, Gary, she's seen me and you go at it. She came after you, And he was laughing. It was a great, And, like Gary, I mean, the first couple times I had him, he teed me up one time, and I really thought I was wrong, blah, blah, blah. But Gary's been a great official for me ever since. Mm-hmm. And that's what you want. You want to be able to, I teed you up, but, hey.
I had a good time with Kerry Eggemeyer doing our 2 games.
Oh,
Saturday.
Kerry was great the other day, too, when I was out there.
I think the longer I've done this, and being around Kerry, because when I first started, Kerry was just probably thinking, who's this punk? And now it's just pretty comical. He's like, I'll tee you up right now. It's pretty.
Charles. I mean, there's a bunch of them that'll mess with you.
Yeah, and it's all good fun.
Charles always gives me, Jarvis, that's enough, and I'll be like, okay, because I know if I say anything else, it's gonna be beep, and I'm like, okay, Charles, because he's never teed me up. He always gets to that point, and he goes,
enough's enough.
That's enough, Jarvis. I'll be like, all right, man.
Here's your stop sign.
Yeah.
Don't wave the stop signs off. That's
bad.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think we can go to break.
Man, we stayed on the same topic. Are we supposed to talk about something else now?
Maybe Blair's the reason why we go off the rails.
I think Blair's the reason why.
Well, we're not even off the rails today. This has been good combo.
Yeah, it's been good conversation.
I told him that the show was going to be great tonight. We got all 4 of us here, So
hey, we come back. Let's see if Ray can defend the cup.
Oh, crap.
I still got the cup.
You'll probably still have it. My brain's fried. Been a long day.
There it is.
Yeah. Well, there you go, man.
There you have it. We will be right back. You are watching the Coach's Box. Be back in just a second. Hi, I'm Ray Halbrook from Livestream STL.
And I'm Danny Sigmund with Rock Memorial Post 283 American Legion Baseball. We'll be partnering this summer with Livestream to bring you all of Rock's action for the entire season online. If you can't make it out to the field this summer, please click the link below. You'll be able to watch all the action online. If any businesses out there would like to sponsor us, please reach out to Ray at Livestream STL. As part of the proceeds that are generated will go back to the baseball program.
We hope to see you online and at the ball field.
Guys, I've always wanted to ask you this since you're both pitchers. What's your favorite pitch? It's a fastball? Okay, I know. It's a curveball. No? Okay, well, what's your favorite pitch?
Oh, yeah. Spitball.
The Main Street Sports Show. You never know what we're going to throw at you.
Imagine an HVAC as unnoticeable as the air itself. Sounds pretty good, huh? The new Daikin Fit. Air intelligence.
This live stream STL has been a huge asset for Jefferson County sports, in my opinion. I mean, getting these athletes the camaraderie that they're out there and people can see them. I mean, to be honest with you, I got a call from a coach yesterday about one of my athletes that said that they saw some of her games on live stream STL.
Awesome.
So, I mean, that right there instilled in me that this is important. You know, this is important for those kids. And so, you know, I think it's great, and I wish you guys the best. You know, and if you're out there and you want to sponsor, this is a great opportunity for you know, kids to support kids of our local kids and get them support and get them acknowledgement out there, because we have a lot of great athletes in this county.
We appreciate that. And at the end of the day, our mission is much the same as your missions, coaches, to help shine a light on these kids and get them exposure and get their name out there and help them. And if they can advance, they're better off, we're better off as a community, and that's why we're here.
Value. Let's talk about value right now. We here at Livestream STL believe that value is key to keeping our community at a high level. Do us a huge favor today. Talk to your athletic director about the value that Livestream STL brings to your school. Talk to your superintendents as well. Let them know that you want Livestream STL in your schools because we bring high levels of value back to your kids. Thanks again for watching the broadcast.
That, Rand, I'll say real quick, you know, I really admire what you guys do with this. I think everybody who's ever tuned into one of these, whether it's a Legion game, whether it's a high school baseball game, with basketball, football, whatever it is, I've heard nothing but tremendous feedback about Livestream STL and what you guys do and the quality of production, things like that. I would really encourage anybody who's involved in athletics throughout the county, or really anywhere in the metro area, anybody who's interested in sponsoring activities to get on board and get involved with this. I think it's added a ton to what we do here. It's added a ton to the program. You guys are a class act, and you're committed to doing things the right way, and we really appreciate that.
Hey, this is Chris Miller, and you're watching the Coach's Box on Livestream STL, the best sports streaming show there is on Facebook.
And we're back with our final segment here, and it is Cranium Cup Trivia time. Time for me to defend the cup as I'm going to turn my microphones on here.
Listen to him.
He's talking a lot of smack right there.
I'm not talking any smack. I am talking.
You should. You
am
would.
Am I talking the truth right now?
I mean, how many times do we have to hear his smack?
I know, right?
And he wouldn't even have to say anything.
I just
had that
didn't
freaking
say
smirk
anything.
on his face. Had the smirk on his face and had the cup here. Let me
there it is.
Then Pius land
Gosh,
again.
There it is.
Oh, I got a funny story to tell you about that tonight too.
Oh. All right.
Some Pius
Story
fans
time.
heard me say Pius sucks today to this girl. Oh, it's funny. It's a long story. It was not.
You don't say that kind of stuff, do you?
Yes.
All the time.
When we play Pius, yes. I love his kids are great. But I mean, when we're playing them, we don't like them. But then after that, I'm fine.
Okay.
Unless it's to go get wings. And
I wouldn't win
this year.
I showed up this year, and they didn't even know I was coming. And
there he is.
And it helped me because then the next time we played, it was a different result.
Wings tasted a little bit better, didn't they?
We don't think we went to Wings after that one, did we?
No.
I did.
I don't know.
Casey box.
He had wings by himself.
Oh, I did.
Did I go?
You were
yeah,
there.
we were all there. We were all there.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so we
were all
did.
there.
No, I was not.
I got invited.
I was ticked off that first time. Not this year, but I mean the year before. My wife, I think, was more mad than me.
All right, are we ready for
Maybe.
trivia?
I get Ray's ready to go.
Ray is.
I gotta
wanting to
get. Here's my.
on
Here's
this.
my. Let me get my pad here.
What'd you do? Break it?
What is that?
That's my charge cord.
Oh, sorry. I was like, what is that?
Don't. The computer will die.
Oh, it's one of those computers where
it actually does really well. I love this.
Maybe
thing.
it needs some apple juice.
No, that would break this.
You Android people. Sickening.
Sorry. Cry. All right, we ready to do this?
Sure.
Sure.
Whatever.
Whatever.
All right, question number 1. The classic 1980 movie called Raging Bull is about which real-life boxer? A. Sonny Liston. B. Reuben Carter. C. James Braddock. D. Jake LaMotta.
What was the last one?
Jake LaMotta.
LaMotta.
I love the looks on your all's faces.
What the hell?
Do we even have like a theme this week?
It's a hodgepodge.
Lordy. Are we ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's go. See
Here we
it.
go.
What do you, I can't. Ray. What do you got?
I got A.
I got A.
You got A. You got D. LaMotta. The answer is Jake LaMotta.
Wow.
Robert De Niro. It's
Thanks
a
for
hell of a
throwing
movie.
us there.
Jarvis.
I couldn't remember if it was that or Marciano.
So it's
Thankfully,
not
he
how
was
you
not
start,
a
it's
show
how you
model.
finish.
I had no idea.
Drive for show, putt for dough.
There you go.
Well,
Question number 2.
Ray, you're behind.
Already. I was behind last time, though, too.
What's the diameter of a
Come on.
basketball hoop in inches?
Come on.
inches.
Oh, we just did this.
What is diameter? First of all.
Really? It's all the way
the
across.
distance
Oh,
across.
see, that's not what I was thinking.
That's circumference.
Circumference is a
distance
distance
You
around.
didn't teach that in.
I'm a social studies teacher.
I did the size of the ball and all
I can
that
teach
stuff
math.
in my basketball part of
I
the.
can teach math. All right.
Are you certified?
Yes.
No, man, it's scary.
Get over it.
I think the last day I got in math was maybe my sophomore year.
You gotta sit there.
I took college algebra. That was it.
You guys got to piss and moan about this?
Yes.
Or can I give you the?
I'm not
Go
mad.
All right. A. 18 inches. B. 20 inches. C. 22 inches. D. 24 inches. Diameter. Distance across.
See, that's,
Yeah,
maybe.
I don't know.
I'm
Pretty sure I know the
total
answer
guess.
to that. Pretty sure I know the answer to that.
Let's see what you got.
Ready?
I'm ready.
That's what I want to put. That's what I want to put.
24, 24,
That's what I wanna
22. You're all wrong. It's 18.
Oh,
Okay.
thank goodness.
You're still winning,
I'm
Zach.
going and I'm marking it up. I'm going over to
Whatever.
Herky High School right now.
All right. See ya.
See ya.
I got a basketball in the truck.
But it's
a hoop.
supposed to be. It's
Oh,
supposed
I
to
thought
be.
you said
yeah.
the basketball.
No,
That's
I was told this.
You
is what I
guys
was,
are all talking while I'm doing
Listen,
it.
This is what I was told by my junior high coach before I came to Herculaneum. You can fit 2 full basketballs in the hoop, supposedly. So I'm thinking, no, those are at least 12 inches, and you said 24 was the biggest. That's why I went 24.
18.
I thought you said the basketball. So
I was
totally-
reading the question.
It's the hoop.
And I said basketball hoop.
You suck.
I can see why you were a turd in class. Question number 3.
Still suck.
What team owns the longest winning streak in NBA history? A. The Golden State Warriors. B. The Boston Celtics. C. The Chicago Bulls. D. The Los Angeles Lakers.
Now, what's the question again?
Which team owns the longest winning streak, as in consecutive games won, in NBA history? That's very specific, Jason, so I clarified for sure.
I got it.
Okay.
I don't know that I got it right, but I got it.
Okay. You're still winning 1-0, right?
Yeah, but
I'm not
I like to go 2 here.
Oh, you need
saying
an
there's a
insurance run?
chance.
I'm not going with my heart here.
Okay.
So I'm
Answers, though. Come on, Ray. You said the Bulls. You said the Warriors.
I think it's this one.
You said the Warriors.
I think LeBron's team did it.
Well, you're definitely wrong. LeBron's team didn't do it.
Okay.
But it is the Lakers.
They've
won 33 consecutive games in 1971-72. It's the longest
so
consecutive
you still up
winning
1-0?
streak
Yeah.
in any professional
It's going to
sport.
the 70s on us here.
No, I just went with the. I didn't say anything about the 70s.
They had how many in a row?
They didn't
The
win
Warriors.
33. They didn't win 33. They didn't win 33.
Don't you remember?
Come on, McVay. Move on.
Right.
Move on.
It's easy.
Let it go.
I thought it was the Warriors.
I did too. ESPN's wrong.
You wrong, ESPN.
He's looking.
He's got to look it up.
Just looking.
They had it when Thompson and Durant and Curry.
That's what I thought.
They had a lot. It was like 23, 24. They made a big deal about it on ESPN.
This is not an instant replay.
24 and 28.
28.
It's 33. 33 is the
But
record.
why would they talk about 28-0?
Because it was a big damn deal. They started out like.
But they were
undefeated.
saying that it was.
I thought it was a record.
Yeah.
I still think it's 24 inches.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
There's so many things I want to say.
Are you sure that's not ABA?
Okay, the Warriors started 24-0 on the season.
Okay.
That was that snapped a 28-0, 28 game winning streak.
Okay.
That's it. That's what they started.
Okay.
33 consecutive games is the record in all major sports.
Okay.
By the way.
How many?
33.
Oh, so the Lakers.
Yeah.
Great show on turf.
No, that was
Rams.
That was the Rams.
That was even before the Lake Show.
I had to talk about
Question
the
number
Rams
4.
today.
Come on.
I hate Stan Kroenke.
Who was the last Major League Baseball player to hit 4 home runs in a single game?
I think I know the answer to this one, too.
A. Josh Hamilton. B. Scooter Gennett.
Oh, man.
D.
You're gonna make me.
C. J.D. Martinez. D. Mike. Let my Cameron go, people.
What?
Let my people go, Cameron. Mike Cameron.
I thought you were going to
Let
say
my
what's his face from
Cameron
the
go.
Cardinals.
Who?
What's his face from the Cardinals back in the 90s?
Hard hitting Mark Whitten.
Mark Whitten. Yeah, that's who I thought
somebody's
was gonna
done it
be on
since
that.
then.
Okay.
Hamilton, Jeanette, Martinez, Cameron.
I think I got this.
Here's a trick. They've all done it.
Oh, well, then I don't got this. Then I don't got this.
Answers.
What do you got? Oh.
You've got Scooter.
Oh,
or
yeah.
Scotter.
Oh, yeah. I
You've
win.
got B,
I win.
Scooter Jeanette. You've
We all
got
got B.
B. You're all wrong.
That's okay. I win, though.
He wins that.
It's J.D. Martinez.
Hey.
Ray,
Nothing.
concede the cup.
I didn't get one right.
Not a one.
Neither did I. This is a rough day. This is one out of all three of us. Hey, Ray.
Ray's hating it.
Come on now.
Ray's hating
Come on
it.
There There it is.
You almost got it.
I got it. Come on.
Oh,
come on.
Don't make him mad.
Yeah. Where's the doves?
Where's the doves?
Man,
where the birds fly out? You know?
How many wins is that?
I mean,
that's at least.
I think that's win number 4.
5. Since you got out.
Have you called Blair yet?
Have I? Oh yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
I think so.
I don't know. I think I got more wins than him.
I don't know.
I think so.
You're going to make me go back and
I'll go back and
check them all.
I got it. And look and see.
Yeah, Ray, we need you to get on that tomorrow, right?
Coach's box statistics.
And Chris is like, yeah, I'm still winning.
Still winning. You guys all combined wins.
Hey, next year.
Next
Year. Yeah, next year maybe.
It's always next year.
Yeah, that's what Cubs fans say.
Hold on, I
got one.
Hey, but you know what though?
They got one.
Hey, I'm going to tell you right now. Are they ahead of the Cardinals?
They are right now.
The Brewers.
Oh wait, in the
we never
standings?
talked about them.
Oh,
we never talked.
We
about
tried
There's a
to-
reason why we didn't talk about the
tried to
Cardinals.
let
We
that
got
go.
time.
Okay.
We got time. The Cardinals suck.
Yeah.
I think that covers it.
Right now they do.
$6 tickets, Zach.
Nope.
Get a free hot dog.
Nope.
Look at all the injuries.
Yeah.
And then they were.
Somebody needs to be fired. Talk about injuries. Somebody in that medical team needs to be fired.
10 days. Yeah, you know what it's 10 days. The
it's like,
you hear you listen to 101 and all day. They were 10 days. So that means he's probably going to be gone
60
for
day
30,
DL.
60.
Whoever's in charge of keeping these players healthy, he needs to be gone quick, fast, and in a hurry.
That guy's got to go.
Yeah, I mean, because it's been every year.
And they also were talking about Scherzer.
Oh, that ain't happening.
And they were also saying what their question today was, would you rather them get Scherzer or get someone now to put like the Gibson guy from Texas and put in the rotation?
Right now, I'd take anybody but Carlos Martinez and KK. First off, you overexpose KK in a second season because
he's
now
only pitching 3 innings a game. Overexposed.
They did. They're trying to throw him as a starter. I'd bring him in the bullpen like they did last year.
You put Gant back in the bullpen?
No, you can't.
You can't now. They're all hurt.
Well, then you got to get some pitching.
Where are you going to go get it from?
Open the wallet.
That ain't happening.
Jarvis,
Cole Hamels
there's a chance for you and me. Let's go.
Cole Hamels needs a job.
All I know is I could have done just
at this
as
point.
As Carlos.
His wife's from Springfield.
Who's?
Cole Hamels.
At this point, what's
the Survivor?
What do I got to say to that?
I
do it.
Apparently ain't good.
I'd try to get the Gibson dude from Texas. I know he's not like great or nothing, but it's someone you can put in there right now.
I need
pitch
6
some
innings. I need 6 innings at least.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He'll pitch some innings. He may lose, but he'll pitch some innings.
But that's not also the problem. Read the stats that you were saying about our relief pitching or
pitching in general.
Pitching in general.
Okay.
But this was supposed to be.
They were saying to get Doolittle.
This was supposed to be our strong suit this year. This was out of the pitching, fielding, and hitting. Our pitching was supposed to be our strongest.
Well, our fielding
depth.
has been top notch.
Right.
Well, I mean, the ball's coming at you. You can do something. All right, 526 innings pitched, 269 walks. That's last place in the NL.
Yeah, that's bad.
That's really bad.
Where's Dave Donovan?
Our ERA as a team is 4.21.
Working for
which
Tony
is
La
ninth,
Russa more than likely.
Ninth in the National League. He's not. And let's see. Let's go through some ERAs here, and I'll just give you an idea. Waino's 4.19, but he's 39. He's pitched some good games. Jack Flaherty, who Ray wants to trade right now for 2 number 2s.
Trade Jack Flaherty.
8-1
Trade
record.
Jack Flaherty.
Why not?
Give me 2 number 2s.
Here's
Trade Jack Flaherty.
Your reason for doing it is probably going to be less baseball-ish than what you're going to say.
I'm going to tell you the other reason. Hold on. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Tell us the first reason.
The first reason is
I'm
this.
going to agree with Ray for once. This is scary.
The first reason is this. Okay. We're not going to be able to re-sign him anyway.
No. We would be able to. We just won't.
Wait,
we will.
He's got another year arbitration.
Regardless,
I know, but he's saying
arbitration, and plus number 2, he's already told us what he's planning on doing from here on out. That's what upsets me the most. That's why I call him a cancer in the clubhouse.
That's not the only reason why you call him a cancer.
Well, regardless of his political view or whatever.
The views of the Coaches Box coaches are not shared by Livestream STL.
That's it. The views of Ray right now.
And what's your reason, Jason?
I'm holding my heart on my sleeve, so there it is.
In the way Ray put that, our stupid DeWallet's not going to pay this guy.
DeWallet?
He'll pay 2 lesser pitchers what they would pay him. So I understand what Ray's saying. Might as well just ship him out. Unless you're going to buck up and sign him. I mean, I wish they would. He's going to be good. I
mean, there should be some money, around to sign him, to pay him that average salary a year. I mean, well, wait a minute. No, we got Carpenter. Oh, wait, no.
He'll be off the books by then.
Have you all ever seen Mr.
Martinez.
Deeds? Have you all ever seen Mr. Deeds?
How much?
How about $1 million?
Well, we're just going to let you go.
Dude.
We're just going to let you go.
153.
Huh? What? Carpenter?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Well, anyway, Flaherty's got a 2.90 ERA.
I know.
I don't care what his ERA is.
Gant, who somehow has an ERA under 5, has walked so many damn people. Carlos sucks. KK sucks. Oviedo's now in the rotation. He's got a 5.25.
He had a better game last game.
I tell you who you haven't heard of is Ponce.
Ponce de Leon. He's in the
6.97.
Yeah, but he's in the bullpen. He's bullpenning it now. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's still awful. Woodford, I like him. 3.18.
They did get a new guy here. They optioned somebody out. Who was that? Tyler Webb? Is that who they optioned out?
Yeah, he's gone.
out.
13.22 ERA.
They brought in this Waddle guy or whatever.
I'd have much rather had 209 batting average, 9 homers.
They picked him up from the Twins, I believe.
Who is that? I wonder.
Who?
He said he'd rather have a 209. How many home runs?
9.
Yeah.
28 hits. Yeah. Only 134 bats. Yeah. Well, no, we got Carpenter. Yeah. Carpenter.
I mean, I don't understand why we have him. Hey, listen, Pujols gets DFA'd by the Angels. They're paying him $20 million a year to play for their team, their crosstown rival.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because they're like, yeah, well, you're not a part of what we need to do.
Well, I'm not.
Well, it's not a part of the future.
No. Well, okay. Well, if Carpenter's going to be off the books, get rid of him now.
I don't
get somebody who's on the 40-man and at least give them some at-bats and find out if they can play or not.
I don't
get
get
Nagowski if he's healthy, and let's let him play. Let
somebody
else
play that's down there. Let the who's the
Moroff, Max Moroff. I'd let him play. I'd let him get at-bats.
Who's the third baseman that they said was a promising prospect coming up?
I don't know.
But Gorman? Yeah.
I don't think he's on the 40-man.
Well,
I don't think he is.
Change it. I don't know. I'm so sick and tired.
As soon as you put him on the 40-man.
Well, I'm so sick of watching Carpenter. And that I hate one thing I hate that he does the most. You know his batting stance when he sticks his cup out. What in the world is that?
I don't know. But that was a really good visual you did for everyone.
I'm glad we didn't get all that.
All 4 people watching now got to see.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, he leans back and then gets ready to hit.
We went from 4 to 7 people just now, so there.
Yeah, see, they heard I was strutting.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Bye-bye.
Man, I try.
I mean, yeah, they need some help. They need some help with some arms. I still think guys like DeYoung, I'd get rid of him.
Oh, I'm not a DeYoung.
I'm not either.
DeYoung, Carpenter.
I would play Sosa.
And Flaherty.
I would play Sosa.
For Trevor Story.
Sosa, I know
Flaherty for Trevor Story and those guys.
And a couple. They're number 2 and number 3 pitchers.
You want the number 2 and number 3 pitchers from Colorado.
We're not going to get a number 1 from them for that, but
we don't want number 1s. Look at our pitching staff. And it was supposed to be our strong point.
Hey, talk about that article that you sent about
the Rays.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Let's talk about interesting philosophy.
That was interesting.
Yeah.
I listened to that on ESPN today too.
Well,
so
it takes a little bit to get
me.
to
Moneyball is I don't know. I think Moneyball just because it's
great movie
is going to deal with money.
Great movie.
But this is a philosophy. The Rays' philosophy here. It's working. I mean, when he.
It's just not good for it's not good for a fan base, is what a lot of people are saying. Because
it's all well. I mean, just okay. Wait, the biggest problem is
they're
in Tampa.
I know,
and Tampa's not a baseball town.
Yeah.
I would move that franchise.
What would you consider Tampa though? Are they a football town?
They're
obviously
football.
Football and college.
Nobody's going to spend money and go to baseball games. There's so many baseball games. There's only 8 home football games.
They won the Stanley Cup too, so you know.
But again, you're
is that who won it?
100. Okay, so there's what?
Oh, last year.
81 baseball games.
They're still playing this year.
I'd say
81 baseball games.
Yeah.
That you get at home, and there's only 42 hockey games that are at home. Again, and that you're gonna sell more tickets to go to hockey than you are to go to baseball, because you can't spread that out. Plus, if you overlap, like right now, people are going to go and say, "Oh, I'm going to watch hockey before I'm going to watch baseball." Kidding me? They're better. They're more entertaining games.
And they got Pat Maroon too. Patty.
You cannot dislike Pat Maroon.
No, I don't dislike Pat Maroon. All I keep thinking about, because this is all going back to football, and all I keep thinking about is Stan Kroenke.
Oh my God!
And we don't have football. One of my buddies.
How does Pat Maroon get to football?
Carry
the one.
He said he had a lot going on.
Yeah, I did.
But there's also Tom Brady down there too.
Tom Brady. He's a GOAT. All right,
he is the GOAT.
So
best quarterback I've ever seen
since 2008 to the present. the Rays' attendance is 30th in Major League Baseball.
30 out of 32. Who's
They
out?
only have 30.
31, maybe.
31.
They only have 30 teams, don't they?
I don't know.
I don't remember. Okay.
It's baseball.
Opening day payroll 2008 to present, 30th. Wins 2008 to present, 5th.
What?
Fifth.
Fifth best.
Fifth most wins since 2008.
And they still can't attract enough fans.
It's Florida. I mean,
and that's again, that's what it comes down to. They're
30 teams in the Major League, 15.
There you
15.
go. They are the last place
dead
in those
freaking
two.
last.
But they have the fifth most wins.
Wow.
So
and that article talked a little bit about, and that video talked a little bit about why.
Was it about? Well, they get rid of players before it's going to cost them any money, right?
Well, no, they said they spend the most on their staff for player development than any other organization. So they're spending money behind the scenes, and we're not talking about stadium upkeep and all that. They're
obviously.
Did they just get a new stadium not too long ago?
No.
You're thinking of Miami.
Oh, Miami.
Yeah. But no. They're taking that money and putting it into development, which then goes into the farm club, which then eventually matriculates into the major league.
Well, their scouting's better.
Yep.
Because they get guys who can play a little bit.
Yep.
They get guys.
I know you want to talk about who the lead scout is for the Cardinals.
You know the lead scout for the Cardinals? The director of scouting for the Cardinals. Do you remember Randy Flores?
Yeah.
He's the freaking director of scouting for the Cardinals. That bum sucks so bad. I couldn't stand to watch him. I'm like, he's pitching? Ah, hell, we're losing. Left-handed, though. Woo! I went through the ERAs before the show started. You missed that. He had 1 year it was sub-2. Everything else was plus 450. Every other year.
That's bad.
How do you keep a job?
That's bad.
Left-handed.
Why? Oh, he's left-handed. Well, okay, well, he obviously didn't get those guys out either. And he's the guy who's the scouting director for the Cardinals. Wonder why these guys ain't worked out. Well, let's just look at him all. Oh, okay, well, yeah, he's supposed to be good. Who said that, Randy? Okay, let's take his word for it. What the hell does he know? He's garbage. If he was here right now, I'd tell me he's a POS.
Oh, my God.
I couldn't say him and Dave Bears are the two worst Cardinals I've ever watched.
Dave Bears, oh, my
God.
God.
What's his name? The other dude who pitched not too long ago. He's left-handed, too, and Matheny loved him. What was that clown's name?
Oh, the guy he overused?
Segrist?
Oh,
he
was
was good.
Segrist. I liked him.
Choate?
The one that we
Randy Choate.
Randy Choate.
That's my three worst. I hate Randy Choate, too. He was the second coming of Randy Flores because he sucked.
Who's that one left we spent all the money on and he just went to crap when he came
Brett
here?
Cecil.
Yeah.
Wait, he didn't pitch enough for me to not like him. I definitely didn't like these clowns because they sucked. I loved Brad Thompson more than I like him.
Choate or whatever, yeah.
And Brad Thompson wasn't that great.
I think Brad Thompson could probably still pitch. Bring him out of retirement.
I would
Hey, I
take
tell
him
you
right
what,
now.
a lefty that could, Ole and Keel.
Ricky Yankee.
Yeah, good. We should have tried that out. Maybe, you know what? Right now, we need some pitching help. Hey, let's call him up.
Yeah.
Sell some tickets.
Sell some tickets, league minimum.
color commentator.
I tell you who else would have sold some tickets for the league minimum.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Albert Pujols.
Yeah.
Hey, you'd have got your ticket. You'd have definitely bought
would've.
that $6 ticket and a free hot dog.
I would say, you want a ticket? You want a ticket? Let's go.
I would have wanted to go. If Pujols would have played in a Cardinal uniform, number 5 out there, damn it.
They would have said June whatever when it's full capacity. No, it's now. It's now.
There's people trying to get in.
Yeah.
So what you're saying, McVay, is you would show up if Pujols would come back.
Definitely, without a doubt.
I would go.
Without a doubt.
Let me give him a call.
Go ahead, get on that.
Got Mosaic.
Yeah.
Is that it? Did you work for the Cardinals?
Hey, I'm sure Powers probably knows somebody.
Why do you still have my number?
He probably worked for them in some capacity.
So going back to the Rays real quick, I mean, obviously, if you're not spending all that money in the salaries to get these guys,
right,
and then they got to go before they hit those big numbers. But like you said, and just like I said, they're putting all that money where they're spending a lot of money, but it's not that big money to bring some big-time player in. There's no $20 million player that's ever going to play for the Tampa Bay Rays. They might be if it was different. They drew more people, and then they have more revenue to spend. But I think when when you're the bean counters, to go back to Moneyball.
Yeah.
They're doing exactly what you have to do. Now,
But
you're in the World Series and you got Blake Snell and he's dealing. You leave him in the game.
Right.
Oh
I don't care.
God, the stupidest move I ever.
I think
one
he'd
of the
do it again. He would do it again.
He's a moron. He'd have been
But
fired.
that's their
it's like
philosophy.
my buddy said.
That's their philosophy.
It's like my buddy said. I would have went out there. I'd have went down to the dugout if I was the GM. Said, "You're fired.
That's
Get
the
out."
GM's philosophy.
Well, GM's stupid.
Wait, so basically what they have is they have a cult. They have a cult down there because no matter what, this is what we're doing. This is their perception. This is their religion. This is how we're doing it. This is our beliefs. And they are diehards to it.
But also, you look at the scouting and development. Look at the scouting part. Some of the guys they picked up, Tommy Pham, right? Yeah. Not necessarily outside of the Cardinals organization would have been a name, but you liked what Pham did. He was a gritty competitor.
What's
that
he doing
wanted
right now,
to
though?
win.
Well, what's he doing right now?
Well, he went to the World Series. I mean, he went to he helped take.
He did not. He went to
he's at San Diego.
Padres. Yeah.
Yeah, he got traded
last year.
Yep.
Season before last.
I thought it was.
He didn't play in the World Series. Randy Rosarina did.
Rosarina did.
Okay.
Rosarina is the one that everybody was like, oh, that really didn't work.
What's he doing now?
Was he the one that? Who was the one that videoed?
Him.
That's Randy Rosarina. Yeah.
I knew as soon as that video came out, I said he's gone.
Yep.
And dude, he made a mistake. He's an idiot. Just idiot.
All he had to do is own up to it, and he just stayed a Cardinal.
Yes.
Well,
I don't care.
What happens in the locker room?
And he could have been playing for us in the World Series.
And who was the other guy that's doing awesome?
Possible.
Is it Garcia?
No.
Adolis Garcia.
Adonis Garcia.
Isn't that one of ours too?
I thought. No, he went to the Blue Jays with.
But I mean, I'm talking about
Grichuk.
That he's playing really good.
Stop with Grichuk.
Grichuk's been playing pretty well too.
Yeah.
Piscotty's playing well.
He's not who?
Piscotty's playing well.
Oh, I forgot about him.
He got some big award this last week or something. I don't know what it was about, but.
Well, I mean, you said about what's Tommy Pham doing. I mean, he's 33 at this point. I mean, he's starting on the downhill slide.
Thinking about golfing.
But my point was the type of players that they're going to look at, and if they're going to wheel and deal for, you're going to get those guys that are competitors that want to win, that know I want to stay in the show. So I'm going to take less money so I can continue to play. And I'm going to play hard because I know if I don't, I'm out.
Yeah.
And then, probably like a Pham, he got probably a bigger deal going to the Padres.
Oh, he did. Well, and then and let's go through some of these batting averages. Not that it means anything anymore in batting average. I always look at batting average. Their catcher 197, Yandy Diaz 253, Brandon Lowe, who had a great World Series, 192. Willie he got traded. He's gone. They got rid of him like the third week or something. Joey Wendell, 283. I think he's their best hitter. Randy Rosarina's hitting 252. I still would take
better
that.
Than Carpenter.
Yeah, anything's better than Carpenter right now. Kevin Kiermaier, 210, but he's probably the best defensive center fielder in the American League. Manuel Margot, 241. Austin Meadows, who's the Pirates' big-time prospect, 14 home runs.
He's been tearing it up.
48 RBIs. He's only hitting 248.
He's been tearing it up.
But that is maybe us as older guys need to get past this and say 250 or less.
Does he get on base?
But does he hit home runs? Does he get RBIs?
Well, on base percentage 285, 386, 304, 254, 340. I mean, those are good, but I mean their pitching is a little bit better. I mean, Glasnow 2.69, Yarborough 3.95.
But you look at that.
Rich freaking Hill. He's 41 years old. He's 5-2, 3.05.
But are they playing
Lefty.
a different style of ball? You know what I mean?
Well, they're not overexposing their pitchers.
Okay.
They're only gonna pitch him so long, and they're gonna pull him. Which Rich Hill, I mean, if you don't, his arm will probably fall off. He's so damn old. Michael Waka.
That's what they're saying about Wainwright.
Yeah, Wainwright's like, I'll throw 1120. Skip, I got this.
Yeah. So
give me the ball.
Go back to the dugout.
Yeah, what are you doing, Mike? Go. I'm older than you. Go, get out of here. Waka's 4.54.
What's his record?
1-1.
Oh, Waka.
Hey, I mean,
I got a Waka.
That's sad that Waka sounds like it'd be great to have him back.
Oh, my gosh, right
Right?
now?
Right now? Yeah.
Heck yeah.
I want, what's his name, number 54?
Who, Lynn?
Garcia. I want Garcia back. Jaime
Garcia.
No, I'd rather have Lance
I'll take Lynn back.
Oh, why
I'd take him back in a heartbeat.
That's a Mike Matheny thing.
I never wanted Lance Lynn to go. I was so ticked off about that one.
Mike Matheny
I
thing.
love his bull. He's a
Bulldog.
Yes.
He's a D-bag.
Once again, that's the gritty
Yep.
that the team and the culture is
Who was
missing.
the guy we traded for that was the real bulldog?
John Lackey.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Come on, Soch.
He was one of my
Yeah.
favorites.
Hey, we gave up. What's his name? Right-hand hitter.
No.
Right-hand hitter who fizzled out. He was really good for.
J.D. Drew?
No. Right-hand hitter.
Langford?
No.
No.
You just had
my
to.
Went to
God.
Boston.
Bring in the
Went to
Ray
Boston.
Langford. Yeah.
Went to Boston.
I can't remember
He
his
was part of
name.
the Memphis Mafia. Yeah,
Man,
it wasn't
he
John
was
Jay.
hitting the cover off of it.
It wasn't John Jay.
And he
It
goes there
wasn't-
and he sucks.
Craig?
Yes.
Oh,
Alan Craig.
Alan
Yeah.
Craig.
Yeah.
That was a great trade.
Great trade.
Him, Craig went to crap over there.
The only thing we lost on that was Joe Kelly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd
I
take
like
Joe
it.
Kelly.
Once again, a gritty guy.
Gritty guy,
competitor.
and he can throw hard.
Well, and
His arm didn't
I just
fall
don't
off.
understand. I don't understand. We don't have name a gritty guy on our team.
Wayno.
Yachty.
Yachty and Wayno. Name any more?
Nope.
Maybe Edmund.
Arenado.
I don't know if he's.
I don't know if he's gritty, but
He's
a
good.
ball
I love the
player.
way he plays. But hard gritty guys. We got Molina. We got Wayno.
Bro Neal.
No, he's too busy being hurt.
God,
all
he's
the
hurt
time.
all the damn time.
Yeah. But I like. I
like
the
Bro
season.
Neal.
I like the season.
Did you
he's
see the
putting together.
plays he made in the outfield?
He's going to win another Gold Glove.
He made some plays in the outfield this weekend.
Yep.
And Sosa's been making all kinds of plays.
Well, hopefully he can continue hitting, but Cardinals need some desperate help right now.
Pitching.
They need
what do you?
something.
But nothing's going to happen. They're going to keep the status quo. They're going to say, "Hey, when
You
these
shut
guys
your mouth.
I'm just saying.
You shut your
I
mouth.
know what's going to
It
happen.
is-
When these guys get back, Schilt already said it. I love where this team is at. I love our guys. We're going to get.
I don't
healthy.
think
We're gonna
anybody
do
in St. Louis loves where our team's at in third
that's
place
what he
behind
said.
the stupid
We're
Brewers
fine.
and the Chubs.
Hold on, Aaron Rodgers.
Chubbs.
Relax. That's what everybody's going to say. Relax. We get these guys
We're not even
back.
halfway there.
We get
You
these
just
guys
brought
back.
up. You just brought up Aaron Rodgers.
I said
There's
that's
a
what they're
whole
all-
other. My gosh!
Save
what
that for the next
a
show.
Prima donna baby. I am so over Aaron Rodgers. God.
Where's he going? Where's he going?
I don't know.
Jeopardy, maybe.
49ers. I don't know.
He ain't going with
They ain't going anywhere. He's either going to Green Bay or he's going back home in Cali. That's another no.
Oh,
Get out of here.
What'd you say?
He said race at Dallas.
Dallas.
Ain't happening.
No, but
They got, what's his face?
what about the Patriots?
No, because they already got
I
Newton
know.
and they got their draft pick.
I
and-
can't believe Newton again. I was very surprised at that.
He's just gonna. He's
Stopgap.
just keeping
I
the seat
know.
warm.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's enough. We need at some point. Well, I mean, football training camps haven't started yet. That'll be a good. that'll be a good
Julio Jones
Julio
getting
Jones
traded
tra-
to the
Hey,
Titans.
yeah.
who did we not talk about yet? And I messaged you guys.
Coach
about.
K.
Coach K.
Coach K is gonna
And
retire.
Coach K is going to retire.
Very ironic after what happened this year with his bull crap and, we don't want to play our non-conference schedule because we're losing. What the I lost a lot for him
Oh yeah.
over there.
But he can do that.
Well, I know he's Coach K, but
He's Coach K.
So there's on that end of the spectrum, but then you also have today coming out, Coach Saban, 8-year.
yeah,
Through- or
78,
28 or
he'll
how-
be 78 years old out there coaching.
That's
still.
like what's his face from Penn State. I mean,
you cannot compare Saban.
I'm talking about age. I'm
Okay.
talking about
Okay.
age.
I do not know.
Age.
He wasn't calling hardly any of the shots.
No, he was there for
Joe Pat.
recruiting.
Joe Pat was
Yeah.
not at that point. He was just a figurehead.
Yep.
Paterno?
Right.
Yeah.
Paterno.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, coaching that long, that
I don't
think about
know.
it.
Saban's in probably pretty good health. He's got a lot of guys he delegates things to. He's
And
just,
he makes
but
great
he's
Affleck
still-
commercials.
He's still
He's
the final say, I think.
yeah.
Still
Oh yeah. Well, he's a
Definitely.
He is the. If there is anybody who is the Belichick coaching tree, which doesn't go too far and before they wilt and die, they have to go back. He's the guy
Yeah.
who left he got a little cred in the NFL and went back, and now he's going to go down as probably, if not, and arguably one of, if not the best coach.
I told you, if you got HBO Max, and this is a couple years now, the Belichick and Saban, they have a 2-hour little show about their history together and all. Excellent. I mean, you'd love it as a football guy. It's like maybe The Art of Coaching, Belichick, Saban, something.
Was it the Football Life or something or what? Anyway, when the Browns were going to leave, and they did that documentary, and they talked about Belichick's staff in Cleveland. That his coaching staff was just who's who.
Oh, I know.
Nick Saban was on his coaching staff. I mean,
Bill Belichick's a hell of a coach.
I know, and everybody's like, "Well, he's a cheater." Well, I mean, there's a lot of coaches that cheat.
Just don't get caught.
He obviously didn't hire the right guys. I mean, like quarterbacks came out and said, we deflate the ball too. Okay, well, we're not going to worry about that. We're just going to bust this guy. Ray Rice got less of a suspension right off the bat than Brady did for deflating footballs. That makes sense.
Ray Rice. He never got back in.
You got knocked off.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what happened. Yeah, he's done. He's toast.
Now,
Kareem Hunt did, though.
But you go.
Kareem Hunt's back.
Once again, yeah.
Former Chief. Ray probably knows him.
My gosh, man. Relentless.
I mean, I'm sitting over here doing nothing.
Pulled the Blair music.
Give me a break.
It's funny, though, about the different players and, you killed a guy. It's okay. You maimed a guy. You're out of the league. You bullied a guy. You need to go. You smoke a bunch of pot. You're cool.
You got a DWI and killed somebody. You're good.
Yeah,
I mean,
but hold on, time out.
You play football and you're suspended a quarter of a season.
You fought dogs, got caught.
Comeback player of the year.
15 months prison. Come back.
Comeback player of the year and Pro Bowl.
Comeback player of the year. I mean,
don't talk about
crime don't pay. Who says crime don't pay?
Second chances.
Don't talk about the integrity
chances.
and all of that. At the
hey, that 30 for 30 on Michael Vick's pretty
well,
good.
That's what I was going to tell you. I saw a guy I hadn't seen in a long time. I worked with at Emos way back when, and his son plays at Kingston. Anyway, I hadn't seen him forever. I couldn't believe. Anyway, he comes up, and he went to Missouri Valley, and I went to Central Methodist, and we both were the same age. And, dude, I remember that 1999 team and everything. Like, Jillian crushed me the other day. A buddy of mine from college sends a picture, and Jason Clark's his name. He lives in Arnold. He went to college with me. He had his arm around Isaac Bruce, and I said, "Oh, my God, look at this. My buddy met Isaac Bruce." And she goes, "Who's that?" I went, And the first thing I said was, blank, Stan Kroenke. That's why you don't know.
So he's been on it since.
That is why you don't know.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jill.
Hey, that's why, once again, when I talked about Pujols and my son, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't.
Oh, yeah, my son. But my son was lucky. He was here when he was old enough to remember the World Series with Pujols there. But it is, I mean, I can't talk about Pujols like I wanted to. Like, got a couple $1 million, dude. You could have stayed here.
Right.
But
you were begged by Stan Musial to stay here. That was enough for me.
Hey, I go back to pay the man his money. He made you billions. He took your franchise from a 1 point whatever valuation to over almost $3 billion.
Well,
here's a blank check.
Think about if we wouldn't have played him his rookie year and would have let. I mean.
Well, Bonilla doesn't get hurt. If Bonilla
doesn't get hurt, would have ever changed? I mean, what would have changed?
Well, think about Brady. Think about what's his face that got.
Elvis Gerber.
No, Drew Bledsoe.
Drew Bledsoe. Yeah,
Mo Lewis tried to kill him. I thought he was going to die. I thought Bledsoe was going to die. I was watching the game, and then bam! I'm like,
who Lewis?
Yeah. It's Mo Lewis.
Oh yeah,
linebacker for the Jets.
Yeah, Ray Lewis and the running
Ray
back.
Lewis killed.
Yeah, Ray Lewis and the kicker, not the kicker.
That.
Ray Lewis and the running back. They both were accused of murder, and they were in the league, MVPs. And
he got cleared of it.
OJ did too. The glove don't fit. You must have quit. I mean, come on.
How's OJ working out right now?
Oh, poor OJ.
I think they said, was it last week? One of his lawyers passed away. He's like 80-something years old.
Oh,
wow.
Crap,
now
it's like the third
he's got to find another
third
one.
Well, I hope his rookie card, has some value to it because I got it in one of those graded things.
I went to my parents the other day and brought a bunch of my baseball cards home, and I was looking through. I'm like, oh my gosh, but they're not worth crap hardly.
Wait. We can go into this another time. Those ones are made in 1990, and those are they're overproduced.
The tops.
Yeah, those are overproduced. They're not worth jack.
Yeah.
I have Fleer.
Those are still overproduced.
Hey, Upper Deck.
Upper Deck killed it. Upper Deck killed it.
Upper Deck with the hologram.
Upper Deck killed sports.
I have the whole Mickey Mantle set.
I think there's
Mickey Mantle set.
Just because they produce so much.
And everybody else did.
I looked up all the prices, and I couldn't believe how they're not worth anything.
Everybody bring their most valuable
coming next
card.
week.
But I do have that. I have the Beckett Monthly. Remember?
Yeah. That was awesome.
I have the Bo Jackson one in perfect condition.
Wow. Hope it's framed.
Perfect condition. Huh?
Yeah. We used to trade them on the bus and try to jip each other. That's what we always said. It's like, that guy ain't got a Beckett. Okay, let's see if we can try to trade that.
Get his card.
Oh, yeah. I'll trade you this one. We did it on the bus, man. It was currency.
We did it. Yeah, bus. We gambled with them. We did all kinds of stuff with the baseball cards, man. Football card. I couldn't believe I was just looking through all this stuff, living through my childhood.
I didn't know what the music means.
Kids don't even know what cards are anymore. I don't think.
They do. It's coming back. They do.
It's coming back.
They do.
Pokemon card.
No. It's coming back. It's coming back. Ethan will. Hey, I got this. I got that.
So
Like, okay, great.
My future son coming up, when I'm 63 and he's 8 years. I mean, I'll be 63 when he's graduating.
Here's the Jack Flaherty card.
Made light of that.
Here's the Jack Flaherty.
Yeah. Who's Isaac Bruce?
Well, here's what makes me mad about that too. I don't know if you guys noticed, but down in my basement I have an autographed poster of Isaac Bruce on the wall. And I'm like, and it's all Stan Kroenke's fault. I still struggle to watch the NFL ever since they left.
Well, you're not invested anymore.
I root for the Chiefs. That's it.
It's kind of like, I don't know, your players. It's a player that you like, just like the NBA.
No.
I mean, I can't watch it anymore.
Basketball.
What did you call it? Not basketball,
not basketball anymore.
It's not.
It's not. It's awful.
It hasn't been basketball for 25 years, up to me.
And then they'll argue. Someone will argue it's because they're the greatest athletes, and it's hard to
No,
it's because we don't call the rules. Like they were showing all the stuff, like them entering in on the 3-point line on free throws, or they put their foot in the lane before the free throws ever. They don't call so much stuff in the NBA. It's crazy.
I agree. That's why I don't like watching it.
That's why
they don't care about us, though.
I love college football and college basketball are the best.
Michael Jordan had to retire. Michael Jordan had to retire.
That did it. It's over. Game over.
Was it?
He's the GOAT.
Speaking of over,
how could you even say that LeBron's the GOAT after all that flop? And they said, get him off the Lakers soon.
Did you see that? Did you see
that? He's like, we got LeBron. Now he's like, get him off the team.
I love the Lakers. I have to root for LeBron, and I don't like it.
Did you see the story about the softball girl that dislocated her thumb? And
I saw the picture.
She got right back out there. She didn't pull no LeBron. She's no flopper.
How about what Bauer with the nose and
right? There you go. We done here?
We're done.
Yeah, we're
all
done.
right.
We're just
we will be back next Monday.
We've been
we will be back
next
Monday.
We'll be back next Monday.
We'll be back next Monday. We'll also let you know real quick.
Maybe Blair will be back.
Blair should be back, but we've got Festus at St. Genevieve tomorrow, 6:45. Wednesday, doubleheader, 3:45. That's Perryville and Festus. Rock Memorial and DeSoto at 7:45 on Thursday. Don't forget to check that out on the app. And you can also check out, oh my gosh, before I forget, don't forget, Zach, one more time, Zach. Right here.
This
right
guy
here.
right
Right
here.
here. Hold on. Let me get it right. Let me get it right.
Oh, shit, right here.
Hey, safety, throwing that thing around.
Babe, I got it. Yeah, tell the wifey, I got it tonight. So there you go.
Window.
Check out our website, livestreamstl.tkdsports.com. Before I die of running out of air here. So for Ray Halbert and all of us here at Livestream STL, we're saying so long. You've been watching the Coach's Box. Have a good evening. Bye.